Could Titanic have survived? The theories explored. What if the Titanic hadn't been going full speed? What if the ship had more lifeboats, or had turned slightly sooner? Could the most famous maritime disaster in history have been avoided entirely? On the night of April 14, 1912, the RMS Titanic, widely considered unsinkable, struck an iceberg in the frigid North Atlantic. Just 2 hours and 40 minutes later, she was gone, taking over 1,500 souls with her. For more than a century, historians, engineers, and survivors' families have asked the same haunting question. Could the Titanic have survived? Today, we explore the most fascinating and credible theories, looking at what might have saved the ship and what lessons still echo from that cold, dark night. To understand how the Titanic might have survived, we need to look at what led to its demise. Here were some of the key challenges. Number 1. High speed in iceberg waters. Despite receiving multiple iceberg warnings from other ships, the Titanic maintained a speed of 22 knots, just shy of its top capability. Why? Because Captain Smith was allegedly trying to make a record-setting arrival in New York. Number 2. Design vulnerabilities. While the Titanic had watertight compartments, the bulkheads weren't sealed at the top, meaning water could spill over from one compartment to the next, like a row of sinking bathtubs. Number 3. Lifeboat shortage. There were only 20 lifeboats on board, enough for about 1,200 passengers, far less than the 2,200 on board. Why? Because outdated maritime laws didn't require more. Number 4. Delayed evacuation and panic. Poor communication and disbelief in the severity of the situation delayed the evacuation. Many lifeboats were launched half-empty. These decisions and structural oversights formed the tragic foundation. But what if just one thing had been different? Let's explore the theories of how Titanic could have survived. Number 1. Slower speed or immediate stop. Had Captain Smith slowed down after the iceberg warnings, or better yet, stopped completely, the Titanic may have had time to visually spot the iceberg and steer clear. Slower speeds reduce stopping distance and widen the turning radius, buying precious seconds. Number 2. Turning toward the iceberg. This is perhaps the most surprising theory. Some naval experts believe that striking the iceberg head-on could have been less catastrophic. A direct frontal collision might have damaged the bow, but kept water out of multiple compartments, preventing the chain flooding that actually sank her. Number 3. More lifeboats equals more survivors. Adding more lifeboats wouldn't have saved the ship, but it could have saved hundreds more lives. Had the Titanic been fitted with the 48 lifeboats it was designed to carry, nearly everyone aboard could have had a place. Number 4. Binoculars and ice spotting. The ship's lookouts were missing a key piece of equipment: binoculars locked away in a cupboard with the key inadvertently left behind in Southampton. Would binoculars have spotted the iceberg in time? Possibly, but at night, and without moonlight, visibility was already poor. Number 5. Reinforced hull design. Some engineers suggest that steel brittleness in cold waters contributed to the hull tearing apart. Modern ships use different steel compositions and rivets that may have better withstood the impact. One of the most compelling insights came from the 1998 British Inquiry reinvestigation, where simulations and engineering analysis showed that had the ship turned even 30 seconds sooner, the iceberg would have been missed entirely. 30 seconds. That was the difference between a historical footnote and a global tragedy. Even more chilling, a wireless operator's log from the Californian, a nearby ship that had turned off its radio just minutes before Titanic's distress calls began. Had they stayed on the air, they were close enough to rescue passengers long before the Carpathia arrived. In the end, It wasn't just an iceberg that sank Titanic. It was a chain of choices, miscalculations, and missed opportunities, any one of which change might have altered history. Could the Titanic have survived? Almost certainly, if just one key decision had gone the other way. Whether it was reducing speed, altering course, adding lifeboats, or even unlocking a cabinet with binoculars, the tragedy might have been prevented, or at least softened. But from this loss came massive changes in maritime safety. Mandatory lifeboats for all passengers, 24/7 radio operation, and the creation of the International Ice Patrol. Titanic didn't just sink. It reshaped how the world sails and how we think about hubris, engineering, and human error. What's your theory? Could Titanic have survived? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you love uncovering moments where history could have turned, check out our next video. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring the what-ifs of history.